Now here's another exercise showing the colour mix program on the German Shepherd dog. This time I'm going to concentrate on the area around here, which shows the light fur and the slightly darker browny, orangey fur there. And this would be the colour mix that we'd use for this area. You can see the different tones now. We're close up. We have the light with the ivory colours there. And then we've got the deeper tones here and the even deeper tones here. Now all of these, although I'm only going to show you 2 bands of colour, you'll be able to identify those bands with the different tones within this section. Now I'm going to start this by putting the white across the length of the paper. This is using the sand ombre pastel paper. Now, although it's going to be some strong colours on there, or stronger colours on there, I do need to make sure that we've got plenty of base in there. So I'm taking a little bit more time to get that. I know I've got enough when I start seeing the pastel appear. You can probably pick it up now. It's coming, it's sort of surface pastel, and that can be used for blending in. Just make sure I've got a clean finger, like that. That needs to be taken into the board. I'll be using the colour shaper in a minute when I come to the other colours. Now the shadowing area would also be important, so I'm using the cool grey because I've selected this 230 as you can see, as opposed to the 270, because I've used 230 or would use 230 in other parts of the German Shepherd. It doesn't really matter, you could use 270 as well, same sort of effect. So that's, you hardly see the difference between the two, and in fact when I get the third one on, which is the ivory, you'll see even less. So we've got 3 colours there with virtually no difference. But they would be different in terms of the production of the fur in the picture, because they'd be separate. But it's very important. Now the last colour in this particular band I'm going to use would be 187. Bear in mind we're dealing with the lighter fur here, not the stronger colours. So this would go on, and this would be not too strong. This is just a tone. Now I've no need to actually blend those with the shaper, but I would have to do this. When you get to the stronger colours, it doesn't. They take a little bit more persuasion to get them in. Now that is the overall tone that we've got, and I'll bring back the picture in a minute and show you. That's the overall tone we've got. And there's other colours, we could use a bit of orange and so on in there, but for this purpose I just want to show you how this works. And this is the area we're doing here, just there and there, the lighter areas. You see it's got an influence of the sort of browny, fawny colour in there. Okay, so that's the first band. Not very exciting, is it? Now the next colour, which is when we come down to here, that's these stronger colours here. Now what we would do there, these are the colours I'm talking about, just in here and in here. We would start off with the, whoops, wrong one, 187. Because what we're needing now is a strong tone. We can't have any of the lighter tones coming in. So you see the difference between this and this. That's the same colour. Let me just show you again. It's the same colour that was put on there, but look at the difference. And the reason is because just blend that in again, is because we've got all those light colours underneath there that are affecting it. And that's what would happen here if we were to continue that and then put all the other colours I'm going to put along here. It would be weakened. You'd have a muddy effect at the end of the day. But we're not going to get that. Let me just take that off. You don't want the influence of the lighter colours on here. Okay, now this can go in. Now this will not rub in as well as those have because it's a darker tone, as you saw when I did that 187 on there. But still, nonetheless, we get a nice colour. The next colour I'm going to be using is 283. Now 283 goes on top, and that will go all the way along. And that really does give us the strength that we're looking for. Just darken that. And I'll show you that colour in the picture in a minute. Bring the picture along. Put a little bit more in the end of there. Good. Now that colour is the colour we have in here. As I said, you could probably put a bit of orange in there as well, but at this stage it's I'm not going to bother with it. I will do on the original picture when I do it. The painting I'm going to be doing later on. But you can see that that's the colour basically we've got in there. But what about those colours in there? Darker, isn't it? Now you've got to choose a colour that's still going to work and going to be compatible with these stronger colours, and that colour is 177. 177 goes in on top of that, and as you can see the difference is quite stunning. Look at the difference between those three. It's here and here that you've got the main difference. I mean, you could think, well, why can't you put some more colours in there? You can do, but there's no need to. Because what we're doing here is bear in mind, we're going into that, just make sure I get a little bit more along the end, otherwise I'm going to run out. It's not going to look too good on the blog, which we're doing with this. Okay, now let's go back in again, have a look at it again. This is in the darkest parts of that. Okay. Now the other thing you can do is if you wanted a halfway mark, you can then use 283 again, just slightly in there, to give yourself a sort of something between the two. See that? Put a little bit more in, make it a bit more obvious. Like that. So therefore you get a transition, and sometimes that is necessary when you're getting these colours. Now, once again, it's a great project. As you say, this really doesn't, is it worth it? Yes it is, because those are the colours that we'll be using in the lighter fur, and only be using that one to darken with perhaps a little touch of orange. But here we've got the darker tones, but that's the colour that's going to be seen as the very deep colours in the lighter or browny fur, should I say. All this, you can see now, if I look at it, you can see where it comes. Look, see in here too. Anyway, there we are. That's the the final of the 4 that I'm going to do, the German Shepherd. But I do intend to do more colour mixes of more other projects, so look out for them. See you next time.